What is going on YouTube? It's Sankey to make videos on the stock market. Now if you don't already have a trading 2-on-2 account, you can download it using my link down below in the description. When you open up your account, you get a free share of stock. You can join us on these fire plays and kickstart your investment journey. Alright guys, so we come to the end of another week, and you guys know that together throughout this week we've been building our position in some quality high growth plays. I call them wealth builders because it's going to help us generate money not just in 2021 but for years and years to come. So now is the time to blow off some steam with some penny stock plays. And if you guys been rocking with the channel, you know we hit success with all three penny stocks that I gave you guys last week. That's bngo up 40% on the week, DPW was up around 30% on the week, and BioChrist was up around 15% on the week. So if you guys invested into any three of those penny stocks, you're in the money right now. Now guys, before I kick things off, I'm gonna need you guys to hit that like button for me and also hit the subscribe button if you're new, because you know what we're about on this channel. That's clear information with precise guidance. So let me tell you guys how it's gonna work. Our first play is gonna be an existing penny stock already in our portfolio. The price has come down and I think there might be a bounce back. So there's the opportunity to make some quick returns on that one. Our second play is going to be a warm-up play before we jump into our headline show. Without further ado, let's jump into our first play. First up, TLSS. Now if you've been locked into the channel, this one will be no stranger to you and you've already made good returns from this play. But if you're new to this play, they're an e-commerce fulfillment delivery company. They have two subsidiaries. The first one called Prime ESF, and they focus on last mile home delivery. The second is called Ship Direct, and this is delivery services using their fleet of cargo vans and box trucks. Now we like this play because management has been turning them around and they've been expanding. So they've recently launched into Ohio, Tennessee, Georgia and others. And also they're on track to hit impressive financial numbers, forecast to hit around 30 million in sales for 2020. Now this is good numbers, right, considering their market cap is around $100 million. Now here's the kicker. They were due to acquire Cougar Express, and that was due to close on the 15th of January. Now, given that investors, we didn't hear any news about the closure of that acquisition, there was a lot of volatility in that stock price and TLSS came down significantly. Now, this can act as a good buying opportunity to get into this play at a good price, because you might see a rebound for a couple of reasons. The first is that Cougar Express, they might actually go ahead and close that transaction next week, week after. Now, even if that acquisition of Cougar Express doesn't happen and it falls through, this is still a good business and it shouldn't affect that 30 million forecast revenue number, because management came out with that guidance figure before the acquisition announcement of Cougar Express, and there's a lot more other potential acquisition targets for them to go after this year to build their business. Now, if you want to try and catch the dip in this play, they're not far away right now from our strike price, which is at 6 cents. So if you can catch TLSS under 6 cents, do consider loading up on this one if you're new to this play or if you want to increase your existing position in this play. Now we're moving over to our warm-up play. That's AFCE Energy. This is a fuel cell company. You guys know we like our fuel cell and hydrogen plays, right? This is one of our mega trends that we're looking to take advantage of this year to build out our wealth. And you guys know we've got our long-term plays, we've got our Bloom Energy, we've got our ITM Power and others. But today I'm gifting you guys a penny stock play in the fuel cell industry. Now I like AFCE Energy because of the momentum in partnerships they're winning right now. So in December, they made a partnership with a company called ABB, and this is to provide EV charge stations at grid constrained locations. So EV charge stations in remote places, right? Now ABB, they're going to provide the energy storage as well as the EV fast chargers, while AFCE, they're going to provide the zero emission fuel cells. So this is looking like a good matchup between the two companies. And this marks the first partnership for AFCE that is a global OEM. So it gives you guys an opportunity, if you're not already in this play, to jump in early with AFCE. Now this partnership is obviously leveraging the rise that we're seeing in EV, and as a result the increased demand for EV infrastructure to go with it. Now I also like the time frame on this one. They're set to launch this in the second half this year in the US, UK and Europe, so we shouldn't be too far off seeing this partnership unfold this year. Now, as you guys know, any updates or news that we receive on this partnership is going to act as a positive catalyst for that stock price over the next couple of weeks and months. They've gone and announced their second partnership now just 1 month later with Ricardo. That's an engineering partnership that they formed right there. And this is going to expand their fuel cell and services to rail and marine and others. So guys, this is what I like to see. You guys know in our session that I did on catching a runner this week, I talked to you guys about looking out for the momentum of partnerships that a company is forming. Now, AFCE, they've gone and formed 2 partnerships in 2 months. You guys know this is a sign of things to come. So we should we'll be expecting them to form more partnerships. So if you want to join us on this play, I have my strike price set at 75. If you can catch AFCE under 75 next week, consider loading up on this one. Now do bear in mind this is still a penny stock, so they do carry a lot of risk. So do invest responsibly and keep the majority of your portfolio into your long-term wealth builders that are still high growth. Now with that being said, let's jump into our headline show. Up on screen we have Kushco, that's ticker symbol KSHB. Now this is a cannabis play with a twist. They do the containers, the packaging and ancillary products. Now if you guys have been following the blueprint, you will know that the cannabis industry is one of our mega trends that we're trying to take full advantage of this year for our portfolios. And I've given you guys a bunch of high growth quality plays in the industry that you guys should be building your positions in, because they're going to do good things for your portfolios this year, next year and beyond. Now with Biden coming into force, this should allow for a more friendlier stance by states to the industry, which is only going to increase the total addressable market for the plays in the industry and therefore drive us higher shareholder value. Now here's the kicker, guys. The CEO has increased his revenue guidance at the upper end from $150 million to $160 million. Now the market cap of Kushco is sitting just below $180 million, and in one of our sessions on Catching a Runner, I mentioned to you guys, look at the ratio between the market cap and the sales, because this tells you a lot about how expensive or cheap the stock is. Now right now Kushco is sitting at a market cap to sales of just above 1 times, and this is looking relatively cheap, so this could be a good opportunity to jump in on Kushco now before that stock explodes. Now I'm going to put on your radar a couple of more additional potential catalysts to push that stock price up. The first is rollout programs of New Jersey and Arizona. Another is a potential uplisting to the Nasdaq. Now there's a little bit of work for them to do around that area, but they still act as 2 potential catalysts in the short term to push that stock price up. Now if you want to join us on this one, my strike price is under $1.30. If you can catch Kushco under $1.30 next week, consider loading up, because I do see a lot of upside to this play. So it's worth mentioning that these penny stock plays do carry a lot of risk and they can be very volatile. I always say you should feel comfortable with whatever you're investing dropping in the short term anywhere between 20 to 50%, because it can well happen. Now with me, 3% of my portfolio is penny stock plays, the other 97% is high growth, high quality wealth builders. So really any fluctuation in the penny stock plays don't have a material impact on my overall portfolio. So if you've been rocking with this channel, you know what time of the day it is. Now this question comes from Arctos. He says, I was curious if in the future videos, when these stock choices do start to grow, will you give us an update of when you think a good time will be to sell, or should we try and play off our own knowledge? This is a good question. Thanks for sending it in. Now I created stock flicks to help you guys build wealth in the stock market and show you guys the most simplified way of doing so. Now when I found out that the average American doesn't have a $1,000 emergency fund or couldn't afford a $400 debt, I thought I'm going to take all the knowledge that I gained from the banking industry over the years and do my bit to help out. Now whenever you jump onto one of the plays that I give you guys, they become our plays, and I'm here to support you guys on your journey. I want you guys hitting success week in, week out. Now I'm going to give you guys updates here on the YouTube channel and over at the Patreon, where they've got a lot more information. They've got my buy and sells and a lot of different data and due diligence over there. So I'm here to support you guys on the entire length of your journey, and I never want you guys to feel like you're in the dark on any play. There's updates here on the YouTube channel each and every day on all the plays that I give you guys. So as always, thanks for tuning in today. Do hit the like button, it really helps the channel out. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, become part of the family. And as I always say, stock market is rapidly moving. Check into the channel each and every day so you never miss a beat, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.